Canadian Jeff Walz is a master of modern photography. He incorporates elements of film and painting into his work. We caught up with him in Dresden.
At first glance, these photos appear rather mundane. The subjects seem trivial and not entirely appealing. It appears they have little to reveal. But Jeff Walz's pictures are in reality groundbreaking, which is why they're on display in some of the world's leading galleries. The Canadian is seen as one of the most influential photographers of his generation and the founder of conceptual photography. We met up with him at Dresden's Lipsius building, the location of his latest exhibition. Most of his work is presented in huge light boxes, like this window cleaner at work on Mies van der Rohe's Barcelona pavilion. Or these unspectacular observations of everyday life in the artist's hometown of Vancouver.
I see things. If they're interesting to me, then I feel there could be a picture, a good picture could be made. I don't go and photograph it directly and thinking about it and then reconstructing it with people and letting it happen again. In this case, the picture is called Tattoos and Shadows. I saw in the summer some young people sitting in a garden by their house. And the shadows were coming down through the trees on their skin. I was struck by the kind of poetry of the fact that the tattoos will never change, but the shadows were always changing. And it seemed like a very beautiful moment.
The Bourbaki Panorama in the Swiss city of Lucerne immediately captivated the former student of art history. It shows the 1871 defeat of the French army in the Franco-Prussian War on over 1,000 square meters of canvas.
It struck me as a wonderful subject for a photograph because it seemed to need to be restored. And so I thought, well, maybe I can show them what it would be like if they started to do the work. And so I found some restorers. These are professional restorers from Zurich, and they started to do the work. And I invented, in a way, I invented the beginning of the restoration as realistically as I could. And, you know, I think 7 or 8 years later, they did restore them.
North American history also plays a key role in Jeff Walz's work. For instance, these excavations of a settlement formerly inhabited by native Canadians.
I like the subject quite a lot because it has in it just so many interesting things. You can imagine what they are, the past, the relation between populations in America, all these things I thought would make a good subject. Also, I like it in this exhibition because it relates very much to the restoration picture downstairs. And in a way, it is the same picture, someone working on the past. But at this particular moment, it was more interesting to me that the second guy wasn't working, but contemplating. And that contemplating moment, I think, is beautiful and fascinating and open, and we never know what's on his mind. That's why I like the woman down on the restoration picture. She's not working either. She's just looking and thinking. And that act of stopping your work for a moment and maybe thinking about it, or maybe thinking about something else, you'll never know, creates an open moment that takes you somewhere else.
Jeff Walz's modern allegories allow the viewer plenty of space for their own interpretations. Since the 1960s, the artist has asserted photography's autonomy within the world of fine arts. And the depth of this vision is palpable in this exhibition in Dresden.